Ladies and gentlemen, today is March 26th, 2015, and this is the KNKL show, and the exposure looks really weird. Or does it? Actually, maybe I just made a mistake on purpose, because today we're going to be talking about an interesting subject called No One Cares. No one cares! And just the reoccurring subject of no one, and thinking of yourself as a solitary being in your life, doing what you want to do, and becoming what you truly want to become. So let's go ahead and get into this. And the reason why, what prompted this discussion today, this is Thoughtful Thursday, by the way, okay? Like Thoughtful Thursday, number 218. I'm Keenan Lafferty. The reason why we're talking about this today is because oftentimes, as an artist, and I'm sure that you watching this right now, you guys are all artists out there watching these shows, and oftentimes we get caught up in the feeling of worrying a lot about what other people think about us. A lot of people worrying about what other people comment on our work, how they perceive us, Are we, even just like our physical appearance? It's like, well, we can be an artist, but we also have to be an attractive artist. We have to be an artist that everybody loves, that doesn't make any mistakes, who never stutters when they talk, and is perfectly confident, courageous, and beautiful. All right? But what I want to talk to you guys a little bit about today is realizing that the comments and opinions of others about you and about your work, about what you do, and where you're going and what you want to become, I'm here to tell you that actually that doesn't really matter at all. Because the reason is most people just don't care. Most people don't care about what you're going to do with your life, where you're going to go, the choices that you're making, and this and that. And this sounds like a very negative subject to kind of just throw out there. But what I want to focus on today is actually the very positive side of realizing that nobody cares about you. The positive side of realizing that actually if anything really is going to happen to you, you need to make other people care, right? And the way that you assemble a team, the way that you make other people care about you is you get interested in them. You start caring about them. You start offering other people things. And when you do that, lo and behold, people come back and now they want to give back to you. Because everybody always innately cares about themselves. They're always interested in their own self-preservation. This is something that is hard-coded into our DNA. We cannot break free from it unless you're like a Buddha type person, if you're like a monk up in the monastery. But who knows? Maybe even they have their reasons for what they're doing. But so I'd like to start with a story, okay? Because this is a common thing that I run into. Sometimes I'll be talking with someone, and then I'll just say something really stupid. Or I'll feel like, today my speech is just a little off. And like I said that thing and then I stuttered and I just probably sounded so stupid during this meeting. I sounded so stupid in front of this person that I really look up to and I really care a lot about what they think of me, or I value their opinion. And then I said that stupid thing and they probably think I'm just, they think I'm just dumb, right? They think I'm dumb. But what I don't realize is that, I'm sure you've heard many times, I bet you 20 seconds from now, that person will probably forget that I said that. They'll probably forget about that. Nor did they probably didn't even notice that I stuttered or made an awkward proposition or a statement at all. Much less are they going to think about it tonight when they're eating dinner, when they go home. So, and this happens a lot. I'll be in a meeting with somebody, or I'll be talking to a client and I'll say something silly, right? Or I'll be doing a show. Just like this, and I'll say something stupid. And I'm like, oh, at the end of the show, I'll be like, oh, that was such a stupid show. Oh, I can't believe it. But what I don't realize is that later on when I go back and watch it, I say, hey, that actually wasn't too bad. I actually had some good points there. I had some really good points, some good material to work with from there. And oftentimes I realize that we are too often we're very self-critical of ourselves. I think that some people don't necessarily, there's all kinds of different personality types, but I think artists in general, they have a very natural ability to, or they have a tendency to become very self-critical, because that's basically what we've had to teach ourselves to do. To improve, we've had to become our very own worst critics. let alone, I mean, what everybody else is saying about our art, let alone what everybody else wants us to become. Our art teacher's telling us, oh no, you don't want to work in that style because there's no work in that, you know, which is what my art teachers told me when I wanted to pursue anime influence. They're like, oh no, there's no work in that. Don't do that. And now look around, like what are all these video games and cartoons inspired by? Anime. I knew there was something in there. I trusted my instinct. I trusted what I wanted to do. And even if that wouldn't have been the case, it didn't really matter because I just did what made me happy. And that's really what I want you guys to focus on today. When you realize that nobody really cares about you, that frees you up to say, well, now I don't have to do anything for anybody else. I don't have to make myself into what other people want me to be. I can really become exactly what I want to be. And it also stands to, like the example is, also, like I'll hear somebody say something like, oh, you sleep until this time? Oh, that's not what a responsible person does. Well, guess what? I built my life so that way I can sleep in if I want to. And I can get up early when I want to. And I can go to Barnes & Noble and go out with my friends whenever I want to. I built my life like that because I realized that nobody was going to really care if I did. Nobody was going to care if I did. And it's really this illustration that I'm trying to drive home, is that your life is yours to mold. It is yours to mold and to make into whatever it is you want to make it. If things don't please you the way that they are, then you can change them. You really can. You can change your mentality. You can change your job. You can change your relationships. You can change the people that you spend time with. And I would urge you to, if the people you're spending time with are not people that you want to end up like, because I got a newsflash for you. The five closest people that you hang out with, guess what? You are going to become an amalgamation of those personalities. They will all blend together and become you. And that is something you should care about. That is something you really should care about. So, you know, I'm not saying that you got to ditch all your friends, but just be very careful about the people that you choose to spend your time with. And also use that principle to your advantage. If you become like the 5 people that you spend the time with most, then why not get around 5 people that are doing what you want to do and who are even a little bit better than you, you know, pushing you to increase your limits, increase your knowledge with art, with business, with love and relationships, with anything, with any type of skill or school that you want to get into. Maybe they're going to that school. You know what I mean? Surround yourself with people that are better than you, right? Not everybody has to be better than you. I think it is good to have like some other friends that you kind of help out, you know, some people that are like lower than you. I use that term very loosely, but you know what I mean. Somebody that you can really help in some areas, right? But then also, here's another thing. That person that might be lower than you in one area can also be higher than you in another. And that can also be a good friend for you, because not everybody is just always better or worse. There's different scales, different things to be weighed on, a bunch of different categories to base your friends off of. So, all right. So no one cares. No one cares. But here's another interesting thing. Another funny quote that I would like to kind of wrap up today's thoughtful on, and that is, no one kicks a dead dog. And you might be asking me, Keenan, what does that mean? That's a morbid joke. Why do you bring that in here? No, it's serious. Okay, so when's the last time that you, like, just imagine this. Imagine this, like a dog that is just running through the field, right? Everything is just so happy for him. He's just chasing the ball, chasing little bunny rabbits around, chasing the bunny rabbits around the daisies, around this nice, tall green grass, and the sun is just coming down. It's a beautiful day. Nothing could be wrong, right? But here's the problem. About 100 million other dogs are stuck behind this fence, right? 100 million other dogs are stuck behind this fence, just crammed in like this nasty old kennel. Like nobody cleans it out. They barely get fed. You know, there's just like nasty dog food and water, right? And then one of these days, one of those dogs, you know, a few of these dogs get out, right? A few of these dogs get out of the cage. And then they go to that dog that has it so good, right? And you know what they do when they find that dog? They kick him. They kick him. And you want to know why they kick him? I don't know if a dog can kick another dog. Maybe they do like a bucking kick, but they bite him. They do something to kind of bring him down a little bit. And the reason why this happens is because people that become jealous, or people that want what you have, or yeah, basically they envy you, they will try to kick you down. They'll try to bring you back down from where you're going. They'll try to pull you back. And oftentimes, if it's people that you care about, it's because they're trying to keep you in place. They're afraid that you're moving too far ahead. You're moving away from them, and they might get left behind. So instinctually, they're going to try to bring you back to earth. Okay? And so, but if that dog was dead, and then those other dogs got out of the cage, you know, they're not going to do anything to him because he doesn't really have anything for them to be envious of, you know? In fact, they were happy. They were like, that dog's dead out there, but at least I'm alive in here, you know? I just want to get out there so I can start running around and playing in the grass, right? And then the other dogs can kind of pull them down. But, yeah, it's an interesting thing. No one kicks a dead dog. Nobody kicks somebody who has no value, right? So if you're ever doing something and you notice you start getting some negative comments, you start getting some weird things coming in, people trying to tell you that you can't do something or what you're doing is stupid and that you should just stop, you know what's happening? They're kicking you. They're kicking you because you're not a dead dog. You're a dog who has it going on. You're a dog that has it going on, and they are trying to stop you. So take pride in that. Take excitement in that. Because, and you know what? Here's actually the very sad part of it, is that if you feel that you're getting kicked, I'll tell you who's the number one kicker. It's going to be yourself. Most of the time, you're going to kick yourself because you are afraid. You are afraid of what would happen if you became successful. You are afraid of what would happen if you got that job or got this relationship or had a successful business. You will kick yourself back down to avoid possibly losing friends, losing family, losing the respect of people around you, thinking that you sold out, you know, selling out your morals. But I want to urge you that you really take a look at where you're going and what you want to do. Because if it's something that you truly want, then you deserve to have it. Because, like I said, nobody really cares if you get what you want. Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares if you don't get what you want either. So why not just make your life into what you want it to be? So with that, we're going to go ahead and end today's talk. A little food for thought for you guys. Just got off of an awesome call, actually, from these guys on a podcast called Comics Coast to Coast. That episode is going to be airing sometime, probably in the next couple days. I'll have a link to it on the Facebook, so go get the Facebook. And also, if you want to contribute and get cool stuff on the comic, we are going to be starting the comic up again soon. Yes, I know I've been gone for a long time. It feels like forever since I've released another page, but another page is in the works, and my plan for ramping back up and starting up that stuff again is going to be getting back on track. So, yeah, if you guys want to support that, go to Patreon and get some cool stuff. And got a bunch of other cool news items coming up for you guys in the coming weeks, but I don't want to give away too much. But as always, I want to say thank you so much for joining me on YouTube. Sorry this is not a live show today, but we're going to pick that back up on Tuesday for the tutorial. So people on YouTube, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't. My name is KNKL. I'll see you guys next time. Till then, take care.